tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News.
Good afternoon. At 12:30, the news continues on WKYT.
The wintry weather, it seems, just won't leave us alone. Another round of snow put down a few more inches across the area this morning. Next up, an extreme drop in the temperatures.
Here it comes. And Fayette County schools have already canceled classes for the rest of the week because of the weather. Again, no school tomorrow or Friday in Fayette County. We begin now with meteorologist Micah Harris and a potentially record-setting forecast with those lows.
Yeah, and that's why I would go ahead and expect, or go ahead and prepare if you were a parent, that your kids will be out of school the rest of the week. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I don't call those shots. I'm just saying that, look, we're going to see temperatures lower than the wind chill that we've seen the lowest this winter. I mean, we're seeing temperatures anywhere from -10 to -20 next couple of mornings. Get ready for that. First Alert Defender, live radar. There's your look. If you look really hard, you can kind of see that stream right through there, and that's exactly where we expect the most snow the next several hours. Down toward the southeast, you guys will pick up an additional 2 to 4 inches from here on out. But that stream right through here, heads up, I would say anywhere from, you see the 65 marker down to Frankfort, into Lexington, and down toward the southeast. Go up toward the north of that kind of area right through there. Maybe additional coating to possibly 2 inches if, and only if, you get one squall after another, which will put down some pretty good snow in a short amount of time. Temperatures are in the teens and 20s into the rest of the afternoon. We'll finish off roughly 20 degrees, snow showers in the forecast. It's later on this afternoon and off into the night. Things really start to change big time, and temperatures will crash, absolutely fall off the map. I'll show you how low we go tomorrow morning, and also the updated numbers for Friday morning, which is actually going to be the coldest. I'll show you that coming up.
Okay, Micah, thank you. Another snowy morning today meant a slow commute for drivers.
Now, while crews made progress clearing some roads yesterday, the snow ended up covering the roads again. WKYT's Victor Puente is live in Lexington with a look at the frustrations this weather is causing drivers. Victor?
Well, the road behind me is one example of a side road that hasn't been touched yet. Step out of the way, show you just how rough it is. A woman who lives near this corner tells me her husband spent the morning helping push drivers who got stuck trying to turn onto Fairfield Drive. That isn't the story everywhere. Main roads like Winchester and New Circle are pretty drivable, with snowplows being a regular sight. Nicholasville Road has also been cleaned up since this morning when the fresh snow fell on it. But just off Nicholasville Road on Dennis Drive, we found a semi driver having a tough time navigating a hill. They say that road sees a lot of sliding. There was a car stuck where he was just a few hours earlier. He was delivering a load of cabinets, and the people who work at Interior Solutions tell us this wasn't his first attempt.
He was here yesterday. He walked around the parking lot and looked at everything, and he came back this morning to try again, but yesterday he didn't get here till right as we was leaving, and the street was clear then.
He was eventually able to make it up that hill. No word yet on how he fared when he was leaving. Now, Lexington police tell us they've worked dozens of wrecks and slide-offs this morning. They say the good news is no one was injured in any of those. Live in Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Thank you, and we have a crew driving around Lexington this afternoon. This is a look at current road conditions in the Belafonte neighborhood. You can see side roads still covered in snow. Lexington police tell us since midnight they've responded to 37 crashes. None of those involved injuries. They've also been called to help 67 drivers.
In Rockcastle County, the sheer weight of the snow is starting to become a big problem. Look at these pictures now from the Mount Vernon Fire Department. The awning in front of the Mount Vernon drugstore there on Richmond Street collapsed this morning. The roof out front of a vacant building on West Main Street also gave way. Firefighters are telling us that a metal carport at the fire department itself also collapsed.
But now, despite a second round of snow, many communities are trying to get back to normal today.
While crews work to get snow off of the roads, businesses are reopening for some customers who want to brave the drive-in. WKYT's Whitney Wetzel continues our team coverage now with this report from Clark County. Whitney?
Well, for the most part, main roadways in downtown Winchester are pretty clear, but if you take a look, you can see that leftover snow from earlier this week is still piled up to the side, and secondary roads like this one are still covered in slush. People are still struggling to dig out of nearly a foot of snow that fell on the bluegrass earlier this week. Crews have been trying to get roads back to normal, but another few inches of the white stuff fell this morning, and that certainly didn't help. Winchester City officials say their first priority is clearing the main roads, and then they'll move to secondary ones. Today is the first day of work this week for many people, and it's still not quite back to normal.
We were closed Monday. People came in for a short period of time. We were closed all day yesterday. We're open today. A couple of walk-in customers making payments, mostly phone calls. I would suspect that a lot of people aren't getting out.
City officials tell me they hope to get as many roads as they can cleared up during the daylight hours before sub-zero temperatures set in overnight. In Winchester, Whitney Wetzel, WKYT.
Whitney, thank you. According to the Winchester Sun, an emergency warming shelter opened at noon today at Central Baptist Church in Winchester.
Well, this morning's snow didn't cause problems for all drivers. In Franklin County, the morning commute went pretty smoothly despite the second round of wintry weather. WKYT's Sam Smith continues our team coverage now from Frankfort. Sam?
The drive from Lexington to Frankfort today was much different than that drive on Monday. On Monday, cars were moving slowly because you couldn't see the road. Today was a much different story. You're looking at time-lapse footage of I-64. As you can see, multiple lanes are cleared, and I can tell you vehicles were able to go the speed limit. It's the same story for Versailles Road in Frankfort. Lanes in both directions were cleared off. Even on Main Street and Louisville Road, road crews did a good job of making a path for drivers. I talked with the EMA director for the city and the county. He says the area got about 3 inches of snow since 4:15 this morning. He says salt and the sun both helped out today. Drivers I spoke with appreciate the clear roads.
Outside of my apartment complex not having plowed yet, it was fine. Everything's pretty much clear this morning.
Road crews are out right now clearing county roads. I'm told they were passable, but obviously this new snowfall has changed some things. In Frankfort, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Sam, thank you. The Franklin County Sheriff says his office responded to a few accidents this morning, but nothing major. Now remember, we can help keep you up to date with the weather anytime. Visit WKYT.com for the very latest on the forecast, the closings, and also the weather headlines.
We'll keep you right on top of it. A lot going on over the next few days, right?
That's right, and it will continue.
We're going to have to get through this.
That's right.